Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome to another Pick a Card reading here at Transform with Rian. And in today's Pick a Card reading, I thought we'd explore a pretty fun topic with your future spouse, specifically why you and your future spouse make a great match. Ooh, I can't wait to see what we got here. So, we're going to draw some cards um, to start off. And I feel like this is a pair right here. So I'm gonna flip this top card. Okay, and that's gonna be our first pair. So I'm not gonna reveal this card here just yet. So this is the first option. We have stuck. Okay. And then let's get another pair here. Oh. Okay, so again, I won't reveal that card. And we have receive as our second option here. And then for our third and final option for this pairing, to explore why you and your future spouse make a great match, you have rise above. Okay? So those are the options: stuck, receive, and rise above. So I'm going to put this off to the side. And we are going to begin with group number one. Take a look at the timestamps down below. And you can see the thumbnail as well to view the different options, I think, a little bit more clearly, because I'm afraid I'm going to kind of mess up the cards and flip them around if I try to show them to you again. So welcome group number one to your pick a card reading to find out why you and your future spouse make a great match. So you were drawn to this card here that says stuck. So this actually is going to represent one of your energies, and then this card is going to represent the other person's energy. But I think what we'll do first is let's pull this card to see kind of how your energies come together. And then we'll explore like the separate components. Okay? So we have I feel sensual. Ooh. So there's definitely a lot of chemistry between you and your future spouse. I feel like, yes, there's a lot of physical chemistry for sure, but I feel like you also stimulate each other, not just emotionally and physically, but also mentally, okay? So there's a lot of sensation, use of the senses here between you and your future spouse. It's kind of like what I'm feeling is you activate each other. Now let's see the other energy. We have denial. So what an interesting pair. So we have, I'll show them to you together. We have stuck and denial. Okay, so again, this will represent either your energy and your future spouse's energy or vice versa, okay? So what do we have here with stuck and denial? So what I'm seeing here is that what makes you and your future spouse such a great match is that you actually propel each other forward, okay? I feel like what I'm seeing here is you challenge each other in very positive ways, all right? Like this person here tends to get stuck. What I'm sensing here is this person is the type of individual who might be afraid to take action, okay? They're maybe more of a hesitant type of personality. I'm feeling with this card as well, this person in the pairing is someone who is very cautious, okay? Someone who likes to play it safe, and sometimes, you know, if you want to make some progress in life, you do have to take a chance. You do have to take a risk, right? There are times when that's really appropriate. And I feel like this person in the pairing of the two of you is a very, very cautious individual. Someone who maybe even has a tendency to overthink things, okay? There's a phrase, analysis paralysis. There you go. That's what I'm feeling this person is like, okay? They have a lot of, maybe they tend to overthink things, okay? Um, and so they end up not doing anything, not moving forward. And with this individual here, with the denial card, let me tune into the energy here. So what I'm seeing from this person here is they have a they have a lot of heavy energy, maybe some emotions from the past that haven't really quite been healed or worked through. Okay, I'm sensing with this person here, they really had to be maybe in survival mode for quite a good portion of their life where they didn't have much time to process, to reflect, to work through some difficult energy, difficult emotions, difficult circumstances because they just had to kind of suck it up and push forward, okay? Because it was literally survival mode. Like they don't have time to worry about this and that. Like they have to go to work, they have to make money, they have to make ends meet. Or maybe this person had a lot of responsibilities with caring for family members where it's like, okay, I don't really have much time to myself to work on what I need to heal, what I've been struggling with, because there's someone else in my family who needs me, whether it's their child or a sick parent or a sick sibling, you know, something like that, where they really couldn't focus on the essential parts of self healing and trauma healing um, and their health and well being because someone else or something else took priority for them. And now, why you two make a great match, again, kind of with what I was saying earlier, is you challenge each other in good ways. So, like, for example, with this person, the future spouse, the partner, is someone who can help this person heal. Maybe by showing them what it means to have someone take care of you for once, right? And put you first, put you as a priority. And so that you can heal and you can recover and you can kind of relax, refresh, rejuvenate. I feel that this person is receiving a lot of love from the other person, a lot of tender loving care, okay? And that gives them this chance to, again, have more healing happen for them instead of focusing on other people's needs. I hope that makes sense. I feel like maybe there's a better way I could explain it, but that might come through when we pull the tarot, okay? To get more information. Now, with this person here, I feel like this person is inspired in a way by this individual here to take action. Um, I'm seeing that this person had to do a lot, had to be a lot, had to accomplish a lot to kind of make it to where they are now. And this person kind of sees that as inspiration, right? Where I'm feeling like this person, you know, they're seeing like, wow, I'm making mountains out of molehills. Like I'm making a big deal, much more of a big deal out of things than they really need to be. And that's part of the reason why they're getting stuck. Again, they're overthinking and they're creating maybe more problems and barriers and obstacles than there really are. And so they look at the other person and they're like, whoa, they went through a lot, they accomplished so much, and they're still here. And I have so much respect for that person. So I feel like because of that, this person, like their mentality is almost like, what am I waiting for? Like, what am I so afraid of? Like, this person made it through so much and they're still here and they're doing amazing. Like, I should be able to do the same thing. Okay, that's what I'm really feeling here. And I'm getting in this pairing, there is a lot to do with this sort of emotional backing with touch. So I'm seeing that you guys convey a lot of love and caring for each other through physical contact. So it doesn't have to necessarily be sensual per se. It could even be through hugs, through holding hands, through putting your arm around someone's shoulder or waist as you're sitting on the couch or like going for a walk, you know? So there's this sort of comfort and there's this strength and stability when you two are in physical contact with each other. It's kind of like when I watch my boy love dramas. You know, one of the guys in most series will always like hug the other guy and say, "I'm recharging my batteries." You know, like just me being able to touch you. It's like you're my sun, you're my power source, and you give me energy to carry on. You give me strength to keep at it, you know? And I feel like that's what you do for each other. And so, oh, now I'm seeing like this battery, how there's like the positive end and the negative end of a battery, and how it completes this circuit and this current. And so the two of you like really generate energy when you're in proximity to each other, and even more so when you're in physical contact. So I'm feeling like we need to draw some cards here for this person. Okay, so that one. And I feel like this deck is calling out for this person. I feel like it's that bottom one. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have 10 of Cups. This is beautiful. I feel like emotional fulfillment, emotional healing, emotional cleansing is happening here. We have the 3 of Coins. And we have the Page of Swords. And for the other side, again, I would say like you can listen to both, but I have a sense that you can already tell like maybe which one you are out of this pairing and who your future spouse is represented by. We have Queen of Wands here for the first person I showed, the one that got the card stuck. And we also have 2 of Wands. And we have Temperance. Okay, so this is amazing. I'm actually going to start with the person who identifies most with this stuck card because I'm getting a lot of clear messages here. I feel like this one I'm going to have to sit with maybe for a moment. So with this one, what I'm seeing here is, again, there's this individual who is like kind of jumping back and forth between 2 options here and is a little bit indecisive, maybe a bit afraid to make a move, maybe because they're fearing like some type of catastrophe is going to happen at hand with this smoke coming out of the volcano. You know, they're kind of afraid like maybe this person has a tendency to think of like worst case scenario, and that's what creates this fear and this inaction within them. And from this match, from this pairing, from the 2 of you sharing your energies together, I feel like this person finds a better balance between action and caution, doing and resting, and understanding that, you know, there's a balance to life. There's like you win some, you lose some, and this person is always so much more focused on the loss and the lack and maybe like calamities, for example, and they need to maybe balance themselves out and be a little bit more hopeful, be a little bit more optimistic. And I feel like they learn that from this other person here, and they end up becoming this sort of confident, decisive, powerful version of themselves. Someone who is to some degree fearless, okay? I feel like their level of bravery is definitely enhanced when you are together, okay? Like this person is a little bit more, maybe more bold, okay? When you're around the other person. It's like they feel a bit, I guess, like brave, right? They feel like more confident and brave to take action in situations where they previously would not have otherwise. So I think this person gets a lot of their confidence from the other person, all right? And it could be that the other person, you know, says kind things about them, says nice things about them, is kind of like their cheerleader in a way, you know? And so that's kind of one aspect of how you two make a great match. Now, for this other person here with this card here, the denial card, again, I sense a little bit of emotional wounds and past trauma coming through from this person. And what I'm seeing here is this person actually has a very brilliant and creative mind. They have lots of ideas, is what I'm sensing. And so, what this individual learns is a lot of different ways of looking at the world. I think this person gains a lot of information. They learn a lot from this person. And it's not just like fun facts at all, it's sort of like hearing about other people's experiences, hearing about how other people do things that might be more healing, or things like, you know, creating better boundaries, and maybe having, in a way, like an improved mindset on things is also kind of what I'm picking up on. And also what I'm seeing here is this person, maybe they grew up in a situation where they had to really fend for themselves, right? I said survival mode. And so they're that type of person I'm getting here, where it's like they felt they had to do everything themselves, take care of themselves, be very independent, because they felt like no one else would have their back. No one else would take care of them. And then what they're receiving from the other person is this teamwork vibe. Like, hey, you and me, we are a team. We're going to tackle things on together. You never have to do anything alone again unless you want to, because I will always be here for you, okay? So that's what this person is receiving from that relationship, from this relationship, is that there's always someone there for them, that they never ever have to tackle things alone again, okay? And I think it's this energy of family, what it truly means to have family, what it truly means to have someone who cares about your well-being and your health. They're able to see that. And I think by seeing that and experiencing that, there's a lot of heart healing that can happen for this individual. So what a beautiful relationship. I'm so happy I got to share these messages with you, and that Spirit gave me this inspiration to do this type of pick a card reading. So let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. If you resonated or enjoyed any part of this reading, please hit that thumbs up, that like button. It really helps me with my intention to get my content out to more people that need these messages for their highest and greatest good. So I would appreciate that. And of course, if you haven't yet already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out when I post pick a card readings and collective readings throughout the week. So thank you so much for spending time with me, y'all. I hope you enjoyed your messages, and I will see you next time. Hello there, group number 2. Welcome to your pick a card reading to find out what makes you and your future spouse a great match. So we're going to look at your card that you were drawn to. You were drawn to this receive card, which has sort of this like little bucket full of strawberries. And before we reveal this other card here, let's draw a card from this deck to speak more about how you two are together in your relationship. And interestingly enough, Spirit wants you to have 2 cards from this deck. So let's see what it shows us, okay? The first one here is I feel loved. So the fact that there are 3 women, I guess, mermaids on here, it lets me know that one of the big things about your coupling, your pairing with your future spouse, is having a beautiful family, okay? So that's just a confirmation that you two will raise a child or children together. We also have here, I will hope. So we have hope and feel loved. So I'm feeling like the 2 of you together, like what is so beautiful about the 2 of you and why you make such a great match is there's this energy of optimism and positivity that kind of come out from the both of you when you're together. It's kind of like, you know, when you hear in those love songs how people say, oh, the world is a much brighter place now that I have you as part of my life, or you chase all the gray clouds away, right? Like I feel like you truly make each other's lives more pleasant, okay? And I'm hearing too that Between the two of you, you're really actually quite good at showing how much you care for each other. And I'm seeing here that you understand each other's love language very well. Okay, so just as a quick overview, the love languages are acts of service, words of affirmation, gift giving, quality time, and I always feel like I kind of forget. Oh, physical touch. Okay? So those are the five love languages, and you know each other's love language very well, and I feel like it's almost effortless for you to provide displays of love and affection to the other person. It's like you don't even think about it. Like you just, it's very intuitive. It's very natural for you to show your love for that person in the love language that they understand the most and feel the most in tune with. Now, what I'm seeing here with this hope card as well, again, is this very, there's this energy of optimism, and it's almost like I'm feeling it's this us against the world kind of vibe, where it almost feels like the two of you have this level of confidence in being able to tackle any situation because you're together. It's actually almost like what I'm hearing is it's almost like, you know, maybe where one of you is not as skilled or as talented like the other person is in that area, right? Like maybe one of you is not so good at like managing money and finances and the other person is. And then maybe one of you is not as good at, you know, I don't know, communicating or something, and the other person is, right? And so you kind of like balance each other out, and if there's any like shortcomings or whatever in one of you, then the other person kind of makes up for it. Does that make sense? Okay, so now let's reveal what this other energy is, and then we'll talk more about it. We have forgive. So what I'm seeing here between these two energies, and then, you know, either you'll resonate with the receive card or you'll resonate with the forgive card. And then, of course, whichever one you don't resonate with, that will be more your future spouse's energy. All right. So what I'm seeing with this forgive card is that this person in the pair is very patient, okay? Very understanding, very compassionate. And in some ways, especially if this is not something that they've had a chance to sort of reflect upon and work on, this person can maybe be a bit overly accommodating and maybe too forgiving, right? Maybe there will be some issues of like boundaries with this person. Maybe it could also be the case where this person gives like second chances, third chances, fourth chances, when maybe they should just like cut this individual out of your life, right? Like in some instances, I'm hearing that this person can be kind of too forgiving, too accommodating in some ways. But I think overall what this energy is someone who's not very judgmental, okay? Someone who can kind of see the different sides of a situation and can kind of understand where one person or party is coming from, and that's how they're so compassionate and understanding, and patient with people. That's what I'm really sensing here with this energy. And they don't what's so beautiful about this person is that they're very free of like weights from the past and like baggage, okay? They're that type of person that knows how to let things go and kind of move forward, better, wiser, stronger. They're not that type of person that holds grudges, okay? And when we're, you know, when we continue to hold grudges and be upset with someone and have resentment, it really weighs our energy down and it closes our energy off from abundance and growth and new opportunities, you know? Now, with this receive card, I'm sensing that this person definitely is very much in tune with the divine feminine aspect of duality, and this has nothing to do with sex or gender identification necessarily. It just has to do more with this energy of someone who's very nurturing, someone who does their fair share, but can also like sit back and let someone else take care of things, let someone else, you know, treat or pay for stuff, let someone else handle things. That's sort of a gift, I would say, because from my past and some of the people that are very close to me, like my friends and some of my family members, they are like major givers, and they're not so good at receiving and just saying thank you when people do stuff. It's kind of like there's in their head, if you were anything like me in my past, or this person was anything like me in my past, it's like I always felt if someone did a favor to me or someone treated me out to dinner or did something nice for me, I like owed them. I had to pay them back. Do you know what I'm saying? And this person doesn't have that mindset or maybe that trait. They wholeheartedly and gratefully receive when someone does them a favor or gives them a gift or just does something nice for them. So I think that's something that we can all learn from if we don't have that trait already. I'm also sensing that this person here is actually very lucky. I sense that they have better luck than most people, and that can show up in different ways. Okay, it's not like, you know, they won the lottery or they win games or whatever competitions necessarily. It's not so much just that. It's just sort of like in just little aspects of day-to-day life where it's like you know, they get a flat tire, but it's so lucky that they're only like a block away from a tire store, right? Or they lost something and then someone finds it and is able to return it back to them, right? Like there's like these little things here that are very fortuitous, very lucky, that happens in their life. Okay, maybe they're even the type of person that finds like money on the ground or whatever, you know. Maybe they're that person who finds like a parking spot when it's super crowded and super busy, and they find that parking spot that's really close to the door. It's like I feel like this person, in a lot of ways, they're at the right place at the right time, you know? I also hear for some of you, this person also comes from a family who's pretty well off financially, okay? At least maybe more, like better off financially than this person's family was, okay? Whatever that looks like. Not necessarily that they're millionaires or whatever, but they do, maybe they are, but they come from a background where their family was well off and they were given a lot of opportunities that maybe not everyone has, you know? So let's pull some cards for this person that's represented by the Forgive card, and I feel drawn to use this deck right here. Okay, this is your card, and let's get a couple more. Actually, you get 4. Spirit wants you to have these 4. Okay, and then for this, I'm actually feeling the Mermaid deck, so I use this for the first reading. Okay, so let's reveal these and then we'll talk more about them. So we have the Emperor here. And then we have the Knight of Cups. The Judgment card here. I feel like this is definitely affirming a lot of the messages that we already received initially. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. What is the stuff that's shifting here? Oh, it's the clouds. And then like the snake is moving, you can see, and then the Anubis head is kind of like nodding, like yes, yes. I feel like with that nodding, it's kind of like, you know, when you're talking to someone and they let you know that they're listening, like, yes, 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 I see. Like, I feel like that's this person here. Okay, from the receive end, wow, we have 2 of Wands. This actually came out in reading number 1. So if for whatever reason you were drawn to that reading, you might get, and you're kind of between group 1 and group 2, you might want to listen to it afterwards because you might receive messages as well. We also have 8 of Cups for you. And we have the Devil card. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, now this is, I'm going to start with this one here because I feel like a lot of this is kind of affirming things, so it'll be good as a sort of review after we talk about this set. So what I'm seeing here with this person here is like this person is so in tune with themselves and they're so in tune with what nourishes them, what makes them feel good, that they really don't waste a lot of time with things that don't feel good, right? They can easily like walk away from something that doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right for them, all right? That doesn't feel nourishing, that doesn't feel abundant. And so I think that's really beautiful. And in a lot of ways, maybe you both share this ability to like let go and move on, okay? Is what I'm seeing here. Now, what I do see, which I think maybe this person can help with when it comes to this individual, is, right, we have this bucket here with strawberries and it's overflowing. We have these strawberries that fell out. And what I'm seeing with this Devil card is this person can at times be a bit overindulgent, okay? Like this person definitely knows what feels good to them, what tastes good to them, and so sometimes they tend to overdo it, right? Like I heard the word glutton as well, so maybe this person has a tendency for like overeating, you know, whether or not they're an emotional eater, but they definitely tend to enjoy like decadent things, okay? I'm also hearing that this person is very much in tune with the senses. So it could be that this person, maybe their love language is like receiving gifts, physical touch, right? And so they're really, they are really activated, I can say, by their senses. So things that feel nice to the skin, right? Like bed sheets, towels, fabrics that feel really nice. Like this person has like fancies that kind of stuff. Like they're into that type of thing. Foods that taste like very savory, rich, delicious, like, you know, very, I think they have like a very sophisticated palate, if you will. And so that's what this Devil card to me represents, is that times of being a bit overindulgent, and maybe in some ways being a slave to the senses, right? And here with the Two of Wands, I'm seeing again, you know, when we think of the polarity of divine feminine and divine masculine, this person is really sort of embodies that and displays that really well. And the divine feminine also is about rest and inactivity. And so that's what I'm seeing here with this card is I heard the word sloth. So it's weird that like the 7 deadly sins are coming out in this reading, that this person may have a tendency to be a bit of a sloth, a bit of a glutton at times, okay? And this is like totally like judge free. It's just observations. And I know there's times where I, you know, overindulge with like food and I like eat too much and my stomach feels so full and I have like reflux and that kind of thing. And there was definitely a time in my past where I would really like spend a lot of money on going out to eat and on clothing and nice things. And so again, totally not judging, but that tends to be this person's personality. And what I feel this person maybe shares or shows the other individual in the partnership is like how to really enjoy the finer things in life, okay? That's what I'm seeing they kind of teach. Now, this person on the forgive end, I feel like with this Emperor, this is divine masculine energy. So probably this person here tends to embody that aspect of the duality a lot more. So the type of person that sets boundaries when it comes to money, because I remember we were talking about sort of interpersonal relationships. They're not so good at setting boundaries. I feel like this, when it comes to money though, when it comes to organizing the rules of the house, the finances, that type of thing, they're really good at that. So it could just be that this person has like a soft spot for family members and friends that they've known for a while, and that's why they tend to be very forgiving. Maybe as parents, it could be that this person is sort of like the sucker. Do you know what I'm saying? The sucker for like the crocodile tears and the pouting and that kind of thing. Like, I feel like maybe this is the first person, this is the one that might cave in those instances, you know? But what I'm seeing here is, remember how I was saying earlier that where one of you might be less equipped or lacking or have a shortcoming, the other person kind of steps in. I feel like you guys are kind of like a tag team, okay? So, like, when one of you is being too strict, the other person will be a little bit more lenient. And then vice versa. When one of you is being a bit of a pushover, the other person will stand their ground, you know? And so I feel like you really balance each other so well in that aspect. That's what I'm really getting here, is a lot of balance. I'm seeing here that this person is like a good judge of character. Okay. So now I'm seeing a little bit more clearly that this person really is forgiving and understanding of those that maybe deserve it. Okay, I think that would be the higher expression of this forgiveness, instead of just blindly forgiving people and giving people endless, infinite number of chances. I feel like the higher octave, the sort of more learned person, like knows when to forgive and kind of knows when to draw the line, you know, and knows when to sort of play the role bad cop instead of good cop, you know, and be the disciplinarian for the benefit of the other person. Now, what is this Wheel of Fortune saying? I feel like it was just that, like, really good listener kind of card, okay? And with this Knight of Cups, this energy of also being very understanding, being very compassionate, very patient. Like, this is the Knight of Cups, and I want to say the Knight of Pentacles. Like, the horse isn't really moving. Okay, so this is someone who doesn't rush things, that has that patience to, like, okay, eventually that person will get to where they need to go. Eventually I will get to where I need to go. I just need to persevere. I just need to stick with it, and I will get there. And with this Judgment card also, it's like, I will get, through hard work, through discipline, I will get where I need to be. I will achieve my goals, okay? I will get my prize. I will get what I deserve. I feel like that's their vibe here. So as I'm looking at this too, I'm also seeing that this person perhaps carries a little bit more of that grounded energy, and this person maybe has more of that excitable, happy, active kind of energy, and that could be also a beautiful way in which you kind of balance each other out. I'm sensing a lot of balance here in your relationship, again, more so than I did with the first reading, that you kind of balance each other out. And yeah, so this person kind of shows this individual how to appreciate the finer things in life, and this person teaches sort of like patience, pacing yourself, right? Moderation to the other individual. Oh, okay, now that came together quite nicely. Let me know what you thought of your reading down in the comments below. Let me know if you resonate with either the receive or the forgive persona that we described here in your reading. And if you enjoyed any part of this, please make sure to hit that like button. It really goes such a long way in helping my content get out to people who need to hear these messages and gain that sort of insight for themselves, which is my big intention for doing this channel, is to reach others and help them and give them some insight and some hope in their life and their path. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel, of course, and turn the notifications on so you don't miss videos when I post them throughout the week. All right, thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye. Hello there, group number 3, and welcome to your pick a card reading to find out more about what makes you and your future spouse a great match. So some lovely energy coming through with the first 2 readings, and I can't wait to see what your reading shares. For those of you that were drawn to the Rise Above card, let's first get a card sort of about your shared energies together as a couple from this deck here. And then we'll reveal the other card, and then you can see maybe which one you identify more with, okay? So the card that came out is I Will Forgive. So what I'm getting here from this card is that actually what's so beautiful about your relationship is this is like your true love. This is like your soulmate. This is the person that you're supposed to be with. You found that individual. You know, sometimes on people's life path, like they have a relationship with someone and then it doesn't last for whatever reason, right? And so then there's like a separation of sorts. And then some people, you know, they go through multiple relationships during the course of their life, and some people find that soulmate, that true love, and then other people don't. And what I see with your situation is you have found each other, okay? This is like, in a lot of ways, your ideal match, okay? This is someone that you can even say like you're meant to be with them in that sort of traditional sense of the phrase, you know? With I Will Forgive, I feel like there's something else coming through here. Oh, okay. So this other thing that I'm getting here is, you know, there's like some song lyrics where it's like the singer says, or the songwriter, I should say, says like, you know, when I met you, you made me forget all the other people I've been with before, all my past loves, you know. So this is like a love to kind of end all previous loves. Like this is the ultimate sort of love between the two of you. And I feel like with this, there's this energy of letting go of the past when it comes to your relationship. Because with forgiveness, it's really at the core of forgiveness is freedom. That's what forgiveness is all about, is being free from the hurts, the pains, the weight, the baggage of the past. And I feel like that's what your relationship is. That's why you two are such a great match, because when you come together, you both help each other feel free. You help each other feel capable. You help each other feel like, you know, the sky's the limit is what I'm really feeling here, because we have this unicorn, Pegasus, and this angel that look like they're kind of sitting atop a perch in a way. Kind of makes me think of like Notre Dame or some like high castle or whatever, where there are all those like perches and those sort of towers up there. Parapets, is that the word? Parapets? So that's what I'm really seeing here is like, again, like peak love, peak relationship. Your relationship is probably one of those that a lot of people dream of and wish for. That's kind of what I'm getting. Like maybe people who see your relationship are very envious at how like kind of perfect it is. Now, this other card here, so you may identify with the Rise Above card, and we'll talk about that more in just a moment. Or you may identify with this card, Compromise. Okay, so let's talk about this Rise Above card first. So this person in the pairing, what I'm seeing is this is someone who sets a lot of goals in life and kind of works towards them. It's like they are very driven. They're very goal-oriented kind of person here. And I feel like this person is very determined, okay? They don't get easily distracted. They don't get easily deterred. They feel very no nonsense with this Rise Above. Like they don't have time for the drama and the pettiness and the nonsense, the foolishness. They just don't have time for that kind of thing, and they don't waste their energy there. In some ways, maybe this person comes off as someone who's like all business, you know? I'm hearing too that this person really values their time and how they spend it. So if something looks like a waste of time to them, like they're not going to participate in it at all. You know, they're very quick to like exit stage right. Like they're like, okay, this is dumb. I'm out of here. or this is going nowhere, I'm out of here, right? Or this isn't going to help me move forward in any way or help me get that much closer to my goal, so I'm done, I'm chucking it, you know? So that's what I feel this person's energy is like. It almost feels like very boss, like CEO kind of energy, you know? They probably are like a perfect example of that saying, keep your eye on the prize, you know? I feel like that's this person here. So maybe that's you, and maybe that's your future spouse. Now, the other person here, with the compromise card, with this like blurred lights here, this is like on a road, right? So there's headlights and then tail lights. I'm seeing that this person is like a fast mover. I'm seeing that this person probably talks really quickly. This person likes to take action, likes to get things done quickly. I see that they're the type of person that doesn't really dawdle. And I can see now why you are such a great match, because you both are action takers, you both are doers. I see here that both of you are kind of like not the people that are lazy and that sit around. Like, I see you both as probably very active individuals. For many of you, it could even be like you both have a love of some sort of physical activity or exercise. Like maybe you both love hiking, maybe you both love skiing or like mountain biking, maybe you both love running or competitive sports, right? Like you share sort of the same interests. Oh, I just got another beautiful like message. Maybe you both love dancing, like you're couples dancers, you know what I'm saying? I like my friend and I sometimes share these videos of couples doing like ballroom dancing together. Oh my gosh, it makes me think of that show, Dancing with the Stars. Oh, so amazing. The last season I watched had Shangela, the drag queen, on there, and I thought that was so cool that they had her as one of the competitors. Like, amazing stuff. So cool. So, kind of going back to this person, what I'm seeing though about this person with the compromise phrase specifically is that this person kind of knows how to negotiate, knows how to like compromise with other people, just like the card says. Now, in contrast with this person, which is just like no nonsense, I ain't got time to play with you, like you acting a fool, get out of here, whatever. I feel like to kind of balance that energy out, this person is a little bit more patient. This person probably can kind of understand other people's points of view. And I feel like what I'm hearing about this person is like, hold on a second. Let's just pause and think about this. Let's just pause and think this through before we make any rash decisions. And I feel like that can be what this person has a tendency to do, is make rash, impulsive decisions, whereas this person, I think, is a little bit more thoughtful, okay? And likes to sort of examine all the pieces, hear all the different sides of the story and the different options before they make a choice. I would say what would be maybe a good word for this individual is like a negotiator. That would be a really good word for this, a negotiator. Okay, let's pull some tarot. I felt called to pull from the Decolonized Tarot deck for this individual here, the compromise individual. So let's get some cards out for them. And then what we'll do is we'll get some cards out for the other person as well. And I'm feeling, wow, 5? Okay, Spirit, we are going to go with that. That's the most out of all the readings so far, is 5 cards for that person. And I'm sensing 3 for this individual. Okay, so let's reveal them all and we'll talk more about them in here in just a moment. So for the Rise Above person, we have the Knight of Coins and the 8 of Coins as well, and the 9 of Swords. Now with the compromise individual, we have the 5 of Pentacles. I'm just going to arrange this a little differently Temperance. That way we can kind of fit all the cards here. Ace of Swords. Ooh, Three of Swords. I actually haven't had this card come out yet in a reading since I started using this deck. So can't wait to tune into the energy there and the message there. And the Wheel of Fortune. So why don't we kind of hop on back to speaking more about this individual with the rise above. So what I'm seeing with this person, rise above, we have this Knight of Coins, and I'm hearing the phrase step by step. Okay, they take things step by step to reach their goals. I feel like they're that type of person that they kind of have this ultimate goal or this vision, this path, and then they see the ways to get there, like the different steps to get there, and they work hard. Like I feel like they're probably really good at like business planning, right? And like business forecasting in a way where it's like, okay, so we want to hit this goal of, I don't know, $1 million income for this year, and these are the different ways we're going to do that. Like these are the things we're going to implement so that we can reach that goal. And kind of, I'm also hearing that they're really good at maybe juggling a couple of different things at one time. So if there was anybody that's a great multitasker, it's probably this person right here. I'm seeing with the rise above, and now this makes sense with this card here, the Nine of Swords. We have this person, the Oracle of Delphi, that's sitting at the top above these three individuals here. And what that symbolizes for me is like, in a way, like maybe you could say this person is a bit clairvoyant. Like they see the future, they know the future they want to bring into their reality, they know the future they want to come true, so they can get that bird's eye view. They can see the bigger picture here quite easily, but at the same time, they can kind of zoom in, I should say, and hone in on different aspects and improve the different moving parts, right? They see the whole machine, they see the whole sort of device, the inner, and then they can also see the inner workings of things, and they can see all the different separate pieces that make the whole piece or the whole thing function as a whole, like the different pieces function as a whole. Wow, that took a hot minute to get that out of my mouth. So they're really good at that. I'm seeing they are very detail oriented without losing sight of the bigger picture, and they're very disciplined. That's a strong trait that I'm seeing here with this person, is discipline. Okay, hard work, perseverance, taking it day by day, looking at things incrementally, piece by piece. I really feel that here, and they're not afraid of hard work. I'm seeing this person has like really amazing endurance and stamina. I feel like this is the type of person, when everyone else is feeling like fried in the brain or exhausted, this person is still going. They're like Energizer Bunny. They just have this reserves of energy that's like astounding and amazing. And they can get a lot done, actually, is what I'm sensing about this person. Okay, so what about this individual over here? We have the Ace of Wands. So I feel this person is someone who is actually a bit creative, is what I'm seeing here. This is someone who has, because they're maybe like a negotiator, right? This is the person who can see a lot of different solutions to a single problem. I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if this person was like an inventor of sorts. I feel like this person has a lot of like maybe book smarts, and they pick up on ideas and new learnings really quickly. And they're creative in that they can take what they learned and apply it in so many different ways, which I think is like so cool. Um, and that's what I'm seeing here with the Wheel of Fortune, is they can see a lot of possibilities here. You know, what can be good about this person here is they see one goal and they see maybe different ways to work towards that goal. But with this individual here, I see that they see multiple goals, multiple endings, and it's like where this person might see sort of like a fork in the road, like three different paths going in the same spot. This person sees like a web, like this interlinking, interworking um, web that where there's so many different pieces, like a maybe even like a tapestry of sorts, you know. Excuse me. I'm feeling this person is actually quite maybe spiritual. Um, Very spiritually gifted. But with this person here, it's like they're also spiritual in a way. Um, but they have this again, this like kind of clairvoyancy with it. Maybe their intuition is quite honed in this individual again because they can be a bit impulsive, right? They just like whatever they're feeling, they go for it in a way. Whereas this person, they are like maybe psychic, intuitive, spiritually connected in a way as well. But this person has more focus on like my life, my goals, my dreams. And then this person here, on the other hand, kind of sees how what their actions can affect others and how everything is like interconnected. You know, it's kind of it's making me think of that phrase where they say like a butterfly flaps its wings in South Africa and it creates a hurricane in like the Caribbean islands or something, or a monsoon, right? I'm totally messing up that phrase, but if you know what it is, comment it down below. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, do they call it the butterfly effect? Is that what that is? Or is that something else? Anyway, again, that interconnectedness, whereas like one action can have a profound effect in ways that maybe we don't fully understand or comprehend, but I feel like this person can kind of see all these different ways that that can occur, you know, and a lot of the different moving pieces and stuff like that. Um, Now, here too, I feel like this person is definitely has a very kind and caring heart. This person really believes in looking out for those that are less fortunate. I feel like they're the type of person too who advocates for those that are disenfranchised, taken advantage of, discarded. Um, Members of society. I wouldn't be surprised if this person actually does like nonprofit work or like does things for like, I don't know, Doctors Without Borders, um, these sort of like charitable organizations that do good things for people around the globe. There used to like I used to know the names of those things too in like the US. There are a lot of these different organizations that, you know, a lot of college kids used to sign up for. And I don't know why I'm blanking on it. Maybe you can comment it down in the comments below. These groups again, um, where young people go to areas that are like impoverished in a way and like don't have clean water or like secure, safe housing, and they like build those things. They create, you know, clean water and irrigation and build homes for people, that kind of stuff. I'm so annoyed that I can't remember the name of that right now. Now, what is this three of? Now I get it. This is why it took me a moment to get to the meaning behind this. They're that person that has like a bleeding heart for other people. Like, they're very empathic and they really sympathize with people who are struggling and who are, you know, in poverty, and people who they feel like are unnecessarily suffering. Like, this person, I feel like, definitely has an understanding that there are basic human rights and basic human needs that should be fulfilled regardless of class, country, race, economic status, finances, whatever, you know, like everyone should have a right to clean water, clean housing, food, and healthcare. Like, right? I feel like that's this person here. So what's so interesting, what I'm feeling about this energy here is like this is a humanitarian kind of individual, right? And with this person here, I feel like this person is very like enterprising, right? Maybe in some ways they're a bit um, consumer driven, business, economy driven. And so it's like I kind of what I'm feeling here from this pairing, which is so beautiful, is like you kind of get the strengths of both worlds where maybe you know if you're from the US, there's like the Democratic and the Republican Party. You have these liberals and you have these conservatives. You have people who are more concerned about human welfare, human rights, and then people who are concerned about economy and like social and political standing in the global environment, right? And it's this merging of these two things, this perfect balance here, right? Where it's not either or, it's an and. And I feel like that's what this relationship is really like, you know? Because you kind of need both, to be honest, right? Like you need to make money to be able to help people. And so I feel like that's how this is working, and you need to just keep that human aspect of understanding the workforce and the people that we're serving, and not get so caught up in like being a cog in the wheel and forgetting that you know people that we're pushing to work hard and accomplish things are humans and they need a break and they need balance in their life, right? So I feel like that's what this relationship is encompassing here, and that's amazing. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love how all these readings were like a bit different. So I hope you enjoyed this reading as well. Comment down below if you have the answers to some of the questions I asked, of course, but also let me know what resonated. Do you feel more like the compromise person or do you feel more like the rise above person? Now, before you go though, please hit that like button if you enjoyed any part of this reading, because my intention is to get these messages and these readings out there to the people who need to hear them, to kind of for their highest and greatest good, and to bring hope and intention and something to look forward to in their life and inspiration as well. So giving that like goes a long way in doing that. So thank you. And also don't forget to subscribe and turn the notifications on so you don't miss out on readings I post during the week. I will see you next time. Thank you again for staying through to the end of your reading and for sharing this time and space with me. Bye, love. See you soon.